Hello, everyone. How we doing? Let me see if I put in my AirPods. Eric, how do I turn the music off? Thank you. No. This one. There we go. Okay. So confusing. Ah, you like the pumpkin behind us. Here, I'm going to get my AirPods in. I think you guys might be able to hear me a little better now. See if that thing's going to catch up. There we go. We'll stick these over it. Everything is very slow, it seems. There we go. Okay, looks like we're working. How's everybody doing this fine Friday afternoon? Hopefully everybody's doing well. There we go. Got that going. All right, we are double live streaming on YouTube and on Instagram. Hello, everybody. Last week I was out for my lovely bride's birthday. So her birthday was last Friday, so that's why you guys didn't see me last week. We are, you see, there it is, just webcam. Good grief. Hey, there I am on YouTube. It's been a minute, so yeah. Eric is trying to help me out. I'm a bit of a bumbly old man with some of this stuff. Let's see. What are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about, which is fun and exciting, on one of our Instagram stories. We have a connection to a customer of ours, Oscar Lufkitz. I'm killing his name. He's from those countries with hard to pronounce names for Americans. So, Oscar, I'm sorry for butchering your name. I'm sure you'll give me crap about it later. We've got a picture of a hot lap. Oscar took his 991.2 GT3 RS and took it down to Portimao, and it is a lightly massaged, modified .2 RS lizard green car, and he matched the current lap record that is by Chris Harris, and Chris was driving a 991.2 GT2 RS MR. The thing that's exciting for us in the midst of this is he was using our wing and our dive planes, among some other things. I think he has some KW shocks on there from Manthe and a couple other bits and baubles. But the exciting thing is he killed it, went real fast. I think the track was repaved from the time that Chris set his lap to when Oscar set the most recent time. So to be fair, we should let Chris have another crack at it. So if Mr. Chris Harris is listening, which I highly doubt, but if he is, then get your butt to Portimao and let's have you and Oscar throw down, because that's just good times. And also fun news, a good friend of ours, Mr. Seth Thomas, out at Road Atlanta. He was out yesterday or the day before in his MCS suspensioned Dundon headered 991.2 GT3 RS and threw down a 128.9 at Road Atlanta on Cup 2Rs. He said there were a couple mistakes. He was in traffic and reasonably believes that he can get it down much lower than that. So we're going to send him some cheater parts. He's already got an intake. We're going to send him some more goodies. We're going to take the wing off the Lab Rat and send him a splitter next week and see if how low he can go, because, I mean, that's just super fun. Let's go out and See how fast we can make these cars. See how fast we can make everybody that wants to go fast. Let me turn it over to y'all. How was everybody's couple weeks? Also, check out the new swag. Exclusive for folks that buy stuff from Dundon. I think it might actually be on sale on the website if you can find it as well. But this is kind of fun. It's a nice insulated mug, and mine has some Eagle Rare in it that is insulated, which is delicious. So, cheers to all of you. Got a few videos of Ted and Eric out driving the pumpkin, which I will share here shortly. At some point, I'll get my crap together enough to be able to share both on YouTube and Instagram at the same time, but I am not sure how to do all of that. I do not spend all of my time live streaming on these channels. I spend most of my time talking to customers like all of you and trying to run a little business over here in the Pacific Northwest. Let's see. What are some new and exciting things? Crack Pretzel kind of got hosed with the weather in the Midwest, so set back a little bit. The very first one is coming, and Ted, if you are watching, once I get done testing it, I am happy to send it to you, saying everything works so that we don't keep it forever. I'll even knock a little bit off of it if you don't mind it being broken in on the dyno and for some sound clips, and then we'll take it off and send it to you. Saying everything is good with it and perfect, just like we want it. So Crack Pretzel for the 718 is finishing up. Had to get the bracket pieces laser cut, and those were delayed, so they are inbound, which is great. Our Inconel lightweight GT3 muffler is also just about finished up. Same deal. We needed some parts cut and from the same spot that was closed due to freaking snowmageddon through the Midwest. So yay. What else is going on? We've released to the world the intake manifold for the 997 GT cars, GT3s, 997.1, 997.2. I know a couple of you have these purchased, and I appreciate that you've seen that in us. We did have to redesign the exhaust a little bit so that on the 997.2, the car was making as much power as it could. These two things interact. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. We've got some of our dealers that have been asking, so I'm going to talk about this. I don't have any visual aids prepared, so I'm just going to vibe on it and tell you guys a little bit about how it works. So the one thing I will say is if you go to Engineering Explained, their YouTube, their most recent post about the 992 GT3 engine is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a little high level for what's really happening, but does a good job of explaining it. We also have on YouTube from Obsessed Garage, and that's how Dundon makes horsepower. The essence of a naturally aspirated engine is manipulating pressure waves. So an engine is essentially an air pump, right? So more air in the cylinder. When we compress it, we blow it up. The more air that's in there when it explodes, when you pop with the gasoline, the larger the force is, or the pressure that results from that explosion. So there's both brake mean effective pressure as a measure of that and indicated mean effective pressure. Indicated is measured. Brake is a little bit more the total, not subtracting out friction and heat loss. So that's the nerdy thing. Essentially, we're just going to say that there's a amount of torque generated from that that confluence. If we take the pressure waves and are able to create a differential pressure, meaning across the cylinder we have a low side pressure and a high side pressure on the intake. High side pressure on the intake, lower pressure in the exhaust, or ideally a vacuum in the exhaust. Then we get a large influx of air into the cylinder per unit time. So that's what we're trying to do. So in essence, we want high pressure on the intake, and we want a very low pressure or a vacuum on the exhaust. What's up, 0624? The ideal case is that we're actually higher than ambient pressure in the intake, and there's a way that you can do that, because every time an intake valve closes, the air that had been rushing in through an intake runner across the intake valve stops and bounces off of it. That causes a pressure wave that runs back up the runner, and then it reflects off a cavity and goes back down the runner. And typically it'll bounce up and down the runner a number of times. And when the intake valve opens again, if you have everything designed properly, then you end up with more air than atmospheric pressure can muster in itself. Cheers, Danger Green. Will force feed its way into the cylinder. So supercharging effect, if you will. And we'll do a better job of this. We're going to do a whole video on this with drawings and props and yada, yada, yada. I want to give you guys a little bit of a background. In essence, that's how, what's going on, Amir? Thanks for your purchase today. See, you and Andy Cho are friends. So you have to stop by Gig Harbor when you're around, when you come up. Actually, he moved to Oregon. That's right. He moved to the coast. Sorry. We'll put a whole thing together to explain how it works, but that's in essence what we did with the 997 intake runners. Is we utilized our practical knowledge of stuff that Chrysler and a number of other smart folks have discovered 50, 60 years ago, right? They figured out. It's not new science. It's old science. We just kept at it and got it working. So for those that don't know, intake runner systems and headers on the 997.1 GT3 add about 68 wheel horsepower max, and the 997.2 GT3 we add about 70 wheel horsepower max. So this is getting these cars from 350 wheel horsepower for the 997.1 to like 415 peak. And the 997.2 goes from like 380 to 445, somewhere in there, peak. So super excited about that. Got a few folks that are interested. We will be looking for development partners, and what a development partner is somebody who buys the kit, receives a discount, typically a fairly significant discount. If you purchase it direct, of course, we can't cut dealers in on development discounts on top of their dealer discount. Then everything's a discount of a discount of a discount, and then nobody makes any money except, but just not good for selling parts, not making money. But what those folks do for us is they go out and get some social proof. So 60 to 130s or quarter miles or something along those lines is typically what we're looking for folks to do that. All right, how are we doing here? Let me go back. That was a whole lot of diatribing. Let me see what kind of pictures we got that I can share with all of you. There we we go. Do that. Here's one that I'm talking about. Actually, I'll go find my picture of this. There we go. So 997.2 GT3 D4 package. It's like 30 pound-feet and 68 wheel horsepower, 70 wheel horsepower, something like that. There you go, 68 wheel horsepower. What other good things do we have here for everybody? Do that. Got a couple videos we're going to put up here shortly on Instagram and share them. One is already up. That is Oscar's lap at Portimao. Definitely take a look because he completely blew one quarter. You can hear him recite an expletive that is not uncommon for those who drive on track and know that they screwed up. So he's probably actually a second faster than he went because of that and a few other little bobbles that he did. What else? So let me see if I can find the videos. Of Eric sending of the pumpkin. If I can get over there. He did. Video.movie. All right. There was a problem playing this video. Sometimes we're not very prepared for this. Portimao. Yes, sir. That is where he went super fast. Oh, that's going to download for a minute. How was everybody's week? Who's still with us? We got 6. We got to start doing this a little bit more on the regular so that people might want to join us. Also probably should announce that we're doing it, but you know, we're busy running a business, all that good shit. Let's see who else is on here? Need to say hello to. We're getting lots of great feedback from customers on the 718 street headers. Folks are putting them on. They're loving how they sound, loving the power increase. So keep them coming. If you got a 718 GT4 Spider, Boxster, you're even a GTS, if you're considering an exhaust, please consider us. We make a really super high quality product. Unfortunately, Mr. Matt Mormon's piece, for some reason, FedEx sent it to a Dollar General store. And it's actually on its way back to us so that we can ship it back to him. So it's going to be probably at least a week before it gets back to him so that he can get it on the car. And I know he was moving his home and all that good stuff. So that'll be good to see once he has an opinion about it. Hopefully he likes it, because I'm going to cry my little eyes off if he doesn't. But I'll recover. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. There it comes. All right, movie. All right, I'm going to share these later. They're a little raw, a little hard to deal with directly on YouTube. One of these days, I'm actually going to come prepared for this and actually have stuff. Yeah, I'm excited. Excited for folks to get the parts. We're still probably 3-4 weeks from shipping for the 997.1 GT3 goodies, but we'll start leaking some stuff out. We've got a 997.2 GT3 here with stuff installed. We've got 4.2 liter 997.1 GT3 that Charles is doing some work on the trans so that he's prepared for this track season. And PJ's car is going to get a new set of intake runners, so we'll announce that once we have some data. We'll be trickling it out as we go. Let's see. I'm excited. We'll have some stuff we're going to put together for Mr. Seth at Road Atlanta. That's going to be good times. GT3. What are the gains of the 718 Club Sport headers? They are not the right length. We didn't like them. So we are going to pause that project because that was supposed to be something, get it on there, get it happy, get it gone. And it didn't work out that way. So we have over axles and a crack pretzel for the 718 Club Sport. We don't like just selling things because they're things. We like selling things that actually work and do something. And when our parts aren't the best, we don't sell them. So still going to be a minute before we get 718 Club Sport stuff out. That was a bit of a cluster earlier this week dealing with that. Sound of the equipment in your workshop, can we see? I can take a tour. I think everybody's winding down for the day. We got Chris over here sorting a box of V-bands, a giant crate of V-bands that came in. I think Justin is working on inventory right now, so we're not really doing a whole lot, Mahmood. Yep. Club Blau, I'm super excited about the 718 GT4 PDK as well. We've got a customer with one that has our stuff on it, Michael Chang, up here, and it's like ridiculous. The car's ridiculous. I wish they had a PDK version when we got our manual, but I needed it earlier than that. So super excited for some of the PDK cars to get done. We do have aero bits in process for that. We have our bolt-on wing that we're testing to see that the adapters fit. Anthony is going to test those, I think, probably on Monday. He has not done it yet, but they are here. We have to get the car down, and Fridays are always trying to get stuff shipped, and then we had an end of the month management meeting and yada yada yada. So I'm just a giant set of distractions for the people that work here most of the time. Also have dual dive planes that have been produced and will go on the front of the car, at least the 3D printed versions. So we're excited to get those out. I know the boys at Veris are excited to get some feedback on it as well. We are still working on how to get a splitter in that very crowded space. So once we have that figured out, we will let all of you know. Appreciate that, David. I try not to overinflate things. Sometimes it's hard for people to believe. When we make... Sorry, GT12. Would Veris consider a bigger and better aero package for the 718 Club Sport? Already underway, brother. What we're working on, luckily, the street car and the Club Sport are very similar. And our big wing will bolt right up to the Club Sport, make it really, really cool. The splitter that we're working on would would work on the Club Sport as well. So lots of the parts would transfer over to the 718 Club Sport. GT Trois, did you happen to get a 718 Club Sport? Maybe a lot of interest in the 718 Club Sport all of a sudden. So, yeah, I can take a walk around, Mahmood. Once we're done here, I'll leave Instagram Live on and take a walk around. Unfortunately, I can't walk around with the whole laptop for YouTube and whatnot. Brendan Zhang just came in, so don't know if it's been asked, but Jamie, what's your take on the PDK selector on the 992 GT3? Definitely better than the shaver, but looks like a stick imposter to me. So here's what I heard is the story, and I think Club Blau would probably know this as well. So a lot of us, when we're driving in our PDK transmissioned GT3s, we use the flappy paddles on the stick. Andres Pruniger uses the stick shift, and he likes to do it kind of like it's a sequential, like an old style cup car where you're driving along. Here, I got to back bang, 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 bang with the yeah. I'm making car noises. Please forgive me. So I believe that's why he wanted the PDK selector to have a little bit more panache. He wanted to have it be something. Design elements are design elements, and it's hard to fault a company on trying to do something a little different, right? I think it's way better. What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you here, brother. I think it's way better than the shaver in some of the other cars, in the Taycan and the Panamera and a couple others. So it's good on them. Good on them. They took a leap, and we'll see if it happens, or see how it's accepted. It did happen, obviously. Let's see. Hello, Captain Automotive. See anybody else in here? All right. Anybody in here? All right. Let's see what else. What else is going down here lately? Oh. Anybody in the market for some used 991.2 or 1 or GT3 or GT3 RS street headers? I got a few. April 2nd, I think I will be there, Joel. So it'd be good to see you again, brother. You got all these new Go Fast goodies. We got to do some lead follow. It'll be fun. It'll be good times. I might actually be out there with Pumpkin, which is going to mean you're going to be way faster than me. So the wing for the Lab Rat will probably be, April 2nd. It'll still be in Atlanta. So, old man moment. Completely lost my train of thought. But that's all right. Would Veris possibly design a rear diffuser on the 992 GT3 for the 991.2 GT3? So here's the deal. Appreciate that, Maria, but there's only one star for this show. So Veris will design anything we want. Here's the issue. The diffuser on the 992 GT3 is going to be for the 992 GT3. The taking that part and making it on a 991.2 GT3 may not be ideal. What we would want to do is take a look at that diffuser. The issue is the muffler is in the way. That's really Thank you, Mahmood. I appreciate you taking a stand for us. Goodness gracious. We have somebody very eager to join us on our live video, and I have a funny feeling it would not be appropriate for any of our less than PG-13 aged viewers. So we want to make sure that the aero package is correct, and I wouldn't want to build a thing that isn't a good thing, right? And keep in mind, all of those things that we might build take design, they take molds, they take an investment. So it's going to have to be something that we're going to get a sale of more than one out in the world. Let's see. Mahmood's asking, what are the most powerful cars from your point of view? We're a naturally aspirated shop for the most part. So, I mean, it's pretty, I won't say it's easy to get big power. Everything is hard and everything is nuanced. And those that do it well have spent a lot of time getting to the point where they can do it well. Oh, goodness, most powerful cars. I tend to like the ones that are the complete package. If we go back in the day, like F40, F50, those are really solid. Carrera GT, a well-balanced, fast car, powerful car are things that make me excited. Going back farther, I am still an R34 GTR fanboy. Will be until I get one. Some of the JDM cars from the 90s. For some reason, I never got excited about the Supra. It's probably the one that's the most loved in that era. The one of the faster ones. Certainly one of the ones that you see modified the most. And the 2JZ makes gobs and gobs of power. Yeah, I mean the 992 Turbo S is a monster right now. It's doing ridiculous things for a stock turbo car. M engineering tune and the thing turns 8s in the quarter mile. Just nutty, completely nutty. So let's see. Who else? Wow. My choice, 991.2 or 992. Well, not don't know yet. So 992, I've got a list, or I got on a list. Is it Barrister Porsche? Is that what it is, Ryan? I forget where Skylar's at. He told me the name of the Porsche dealer, but it didn't ring a bell. We are potentially on one of their lists. I wanted a PTS car, but we'll see how that goes. I don't want to wait until the end of the PTS run to get that. So I'm excited for it because Porsche is actually really concentrating on the suspension and the aero. One of the things I did want to comment on, bringing us back to the 992 GT3, is the Engineering Explained videos talking about the 992 GT3 engine as if it was new. And the thing I want all of you to understand is it is not new. It is the same engine that's in the Speedster. It's the same engine that's in the 991.3 particulate filter cars in Europe. It's the same, essentially, the same engine as what is in the 991.2 GT3, but with ITBs. So it's something that Porsche has some history with now. They know how it's going to work. That doesn't necessarily mean it's tuned the same as the others, but it seems that it's pretty close. 502 horsepower isn't so far away from the Speedster's 500 horsepower, for example. So I'm excited to get in the car and drive it. I'm excited to get on the dyno. Appreciate that, Carlos Ortega. Yeah, he's gonna love. So Carlos on YouTube is saying, I work on Kevin Yee's car. Love your guys' products. Can't wait to install the Veris splitter and Swan Neck next week. Kevin Yee has been a wonderful customer. He's a super enthusiastic dude. I believe his first Porsche, and he's got a .2 Lizard Green GT3 RS. And seriously, he's a super mod guy. If it makes the car faster, he wants it. So he's got our full power package. He's got the AP Racing brakes. He's got the MCS suspension, and race headers that he just purchased. So that'll be coming to him as soon as they're back to us from getting vapor blasted. We're getting a vapor blaster for those of you that buy used parts from us. We're gonna make sure that they come shiny and clean and pretty, because nobody wants to see the 321 actually turning golden until it's actually back on their car and golden again. So yeah, race headers and a crack pipe. That's gonna be a rowdy car for sure. All right, so we got a couple other questions here. The short story is Captain Automotive. I don't know 991.2 or 992. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time to think that I'm going to let go of the lab rat to get into a new car, but she's grown on me, and I tried not to get emotionally attached, but it's hard not to. It's hard not to. Danger Green has a question. What could you do to a Carrera GT in an open checkbook? Could do lots of things. For a one-off, even with an open checkbook, not sure that we would want to. So it would have to be something that fits with a production plan, fits in with other parts that we can do. We're a small crew, so the things that we invest our time in have got to have some leverage in them. We got to be able to sell it more than once. Doing something custom just to do something custom is great for other shops. That's not for us. So if there's something specific you want to talk about and you've got the car, then absolutely let's have a chat. We'd be happy to do something for you. Thing to keep in mind is the Carrera GT is at a pretty high state of tune from Porsche. They did not skimp on that car. So there are likely some things to find, but it's not going to be like 991.2 GT3 street car, for example. LCM Garage. Missed that. Hold on. How long does it take for a 997.1 complete header to crack exhaust take to build, or do you have them in stock? We are in the middle of changing that part. 997.1, I assume GT3 header, race header to crack pipe exhaust. In normal times is probably about 2 weeks. Right now we're probably in the 3 to 4. So feel free to shoot us an email at sales@dundonmotorsports.com, and we can let you know a little more about pricing and all the rest of that. Let's see. Good night, Mahmood. Take it easy. Joel, I will see you hopefully April 2nd. 991.2 intake runners and M engineering tune release date when we're done. The 997 stuff took a bit longer so that we can get it right. We've been in a constant state of development for a while. And we're finally finishing that up. We're bringing a bunch of products to market, and to do them any justice, to start getting them sold and for people to know about them, we have to get the instructions done, get the marketing videos done, get people to test them, give us some feedback, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. So 991 intake manifold, it's not likely to be just runners for the existing plenum. Based off of what we learned with the 997, will likely be summertime. That's likely going to be summertime. What's going on, Liam? So that's the good question for Martin at AR. No update on the E30. I'm waiting for a list on that car. So I will probably give Martin a call on my way home. FD is at KA getting some wiring done. It was easier to send the car back up to there to finish getting the wiring done on the Motec. Actually, I'll ask Anthony before I leave what's the story with that, because both of those cars were, quote, done. They're not done. They're not done. The Pumpkin is closer to done. It actually runs and drives, so that's awesome. And I got new license plates for it, so yay! Happy about that. Yeah, KA's Mike's new shop. Mike, who used to work for us. So anyway, folks, it's 5 o'clock. We've been up and about for a little over 40 minutes. I'll get some stuff posted up here over the weekend for the Pumpkin. You do need to come see the Pumpkin. She probably needs a wash and a ceramic and all kind of other awesome detail-y things that Perfect Reflections Pacific Northwest does for us. You can even go take the Pumpkin for a drive. It's fun. So I am going to bail out. It's good to see all of y'all, and I'll have some more updates for you next week. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you later.